in Pittsburgh, billed as something of a revenge game of sorts. Rodgers' history with the Packers is well established. He's working on trying to finish his career with another ring for the city and for himself, as it's Rodgers against the Packers. That's love against the guy that he succeeds. They've only known great quarterback play in Green Bay and great tight end play on National Tight End Day. Tucker Kraft catch and turns it upfield, and the Packers take a 7-3 lead. It's 9-7 Green Bay on the strength of some Boswell bombs, and you don't love this play. It's a total bailout, but it's pass interference. Calvin Austin, if you stop short and grab the DB, they're going to call it every time because it is PI on Keyshawn Nixon. Drive continues, 1st and goal inside a minute in the first half. There's DK Metcalf. That's a tough guy to win a 50-50 ball. He is a big man. It's 16-7 Steelers. Green Bay dominates the second half. 3rd and 5. Kraft gets hit, a bit of a pop-up. Kraft grabs it, and he is off in space. And this is a hard man to get down on the ground. That's a gain of 59 on 3rd and 5. That was a huge play in this football game. Now on 4th and 1, guess who? It's Kraft again. So they move the chains on 3rd down and on 4th down. And then here, great play design. Savion Williams, no one's paying attention to him. That's a mistake. He's into the end zone, and it's 16-14. Green Bay adds another field goal, so a touchdown would give Green Bay the lead. Looking deep, and there's Christian Watson. Welcome back, his first game after the knee injury last year. Gain of 33. They're inside the red zone. Early 4th. And Josh Jacobs, nowhere to go up the middle. Shakes one tackle. Beats Queen to the pylon. Packers get the 2-point conversion. They lead by 3. Green Bay gets the ball back. They're approaching the red zone. Kraft visits the end zone. It's Kraft again. 7 grabs, 143, and 2 touchdowns. The lead is 10. They add a field goal. It's getting late. Green Bay forces the fumble here. Kenneth Gainwell had it long enough. Edgerrin Cooper knocks it out. The Packers add another field goal. Green Bay was able to get a late touchdown, but it was window dressing. And so the Packers trail by 9 at the half. They win by 10. Jeff Darlington with a guest. I couldn't hear who it was. You'll see. Rashawn Gary.
All right, Rashawn, you played on the same side as Aaron Rodgers, and now you sacked him a couple times in a game. What was that like to be sacking your former teammate?
Oh, man, just all glory to God, my higher power, all my family, loved ones that gave me inspiration, confidence going into this game, but being able to get my former teammate down, freaking walking Hall of Famer in real life today, it's a great feeling. Just got to be consistent and keep going.
How much of a shadow did Aaron Rodgers have over this game, given that it's the first time he's played you guys?
I wouldn't say a shadow, but he for sure had us, hyped up to come into this game and see what we could do as a defense.
Tim Hasselbeck with us every Sunday here from our studios in Washington, D.C. And Tim, questions that we ask you guys and coaches is, what adjustments do you make in the second half? And sometimes I think you probably think, we just played better. But It seemed that the approach was different in the second half. What was Green Bay doing different?
Well, I think what Green Bay did is they realized that their guys weren't winning one-on-one down the field in the first half. It was evident. They wanted to take shots. They were getting man coverage. Jordan Love's got a big arm. They like to push the ball down the field. It just wasn't working. They weren't winning, 50-50 balls. They weren't getting on top of guys and completing the catch. And so then when you look at the first half, it really was kind of dominated by Pittsburgh. They just didn't run away because they were kicking field goals. Then you get in the second half and it was ball coming out quick. We're going to hit a couple stick routes. It's going to be, a stick-flat combination. And so now it negates the pass rush. It allows for catch and run opportunities. And now you wonder how a quarterback rips off 20 straight completions. Well, it's because you're not throwing the ball in the air over 20 yards down the field trying to complete the football.
Love did get really, really hot in rhythm. 20 consecutive completions. They completely flipped the script. It's a 28-3 second half until the late touchdown for Pittsburgh. On the other side of it, not only does the Green Bay defense start getting after Rodgers, but I always call it the money down. But when it's third and double digits, how difficult is that to convert?
They were averaging third and over 11. It just, look, when you know you have a known passing situation as a defense, you know you're going to get a junk blitz, you're going to get pass rushers that just pin their ears back. It's hard to live in that environment. And so, and for Pittsburgh, it was a combination of things. It wasn't just like, hey, we're not winning on first down. That did happen. But then it was kind of stupid stuff. It was a penalty after a play when you were going to get a 3rd and 3, and instead you have an unsportsmanlike, and so now you got 3rd and really long. And now you're allowing Micah Parsons and Jeff Hafley, the defense coordinator for Green Bay, to design up some type of pressure to get home on a quarterback that you know where he's going to be in the pocket because he's on the wrong side of 40 years old.
And I think back to week 1 at New York where they won, and you were like, great, but let me show you some things here where the lack of comfort when he has to get out of the pocket and the ability to get out of the pocket at all, that really was a problem.
Yeah, I mean, he can move a little bit out of the pocket. And
it's
it's like, certain rollout stuff, but on known passing situations, you know exactly where he's going to be.
Sure.
And so that's why, look, when it's 3rd and 5, different animal because the ball can come out quick. Even 3rd and 7, you have a chance. Once you get over 3rd and 11, you have to hold on to the ball as a quarterback a little bit to let guys get down the field.
Green Bay, because of that tie, sort of an odd situation as it relates to where they sit in the standings. Also, they did beat Detroit head-to-head, so they're 5-1-1 at this point. We'll see them for Monday Night Football in a couple weeks home against Philly, which figures to be a gigantic game. As for the AFC North, Pittsburgh was, 4-1? Now they've dropped a couple in a row. Everybody else has been on the struggle bus. How do you view that AFC North long term?
Yeah, look, I think Lamar back, we saw guys
we
back
assume,
for Baltimore. Fair.
We assume.
Fair. So, look, you see, listen, maybe it's giving Joe Burrow some confidence of hey, maybe he'll still be in play when I get back.
Right. We shall see. But Pittsburgh, their schedule's pretty rugged moving on from here. They've dropped a couple in a row. We expect to visit with someone from that game.
And they were obviously watching the Packers take on the Steelers. Do I need to explain why this is a big game? It is now over, and the Packers have beaten their old foe, their old friend, in Aaron Rodgers. What's your biggest takeaway from that game?
By
the way, hi, also.
It's good to meet you folks and be with you. We know who the Packer fan is on this
100%.
table.
I'm not going to hide it.
And it's fine. This was a big win for the Green Bay Packers. It really was. And when you think about what they had to do, a team that's kind of on the rise, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and really had their way with them. I mean,
How?
Threw the ball, the tight end Kraft was the guy that gave the Pittsburgh Steelers defense a lot of problems. They couldn't cover the tight end.
Yeah.
Give these guys a lot of credit. It's hard to win in Pittsburgh.
We don't have much time, but so much emotion was involved in this game for Aaron Rodgers. Do you think it impacted him at all?
No, but I think Love too, because Love has something to prove because he took Aaron Rodgers' place, right?
All right, so we're stepping aside now. SVP is coming up in about 9 seconds, and then we're back after Scott to wrap up the entire day in sports. That's your traffic and weather together.
Thank you.
It was a great show. Some of your best.